Welcome to the movies, pal. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. I hope you're enjoying your gifts or have enjoyed your gifts and you're settling in, or maybe with some nice eggnog or hot coffee or hot cocoa. And you're interested in my thoughts on this final installment in the Silent Night franchise. I'm here with my pal Sumo. We just got through enjoying our presents. I hope you enjoyed my epic Christmas Day unboxing. I certainly had fun with that. Have a lot of stuff to watch. Maybe too much. But I'll be bringing as much as I can to Master Chaos Theater. And also full box sets reviews, you know, to the daily videos. Okay, pal, you're here for one very important reason. You're here to discuss Silent Night from 2012. Written by Jason Rothwell and directed by Stephen C. Miller. You know, for a remake, for a low-budget remake, produced by Anchor Bay of all people, this has quite a cast. Funny enough, Malcolm McDowell, the great Malcolm McDowell here, who appeared in the Halloween remake, and here he plays the sheriff of a small town. It's just odd to me, an old British man is the sheriff of a small Midwestern town. Malcolm McDowell was offered, I should say, a role in the Black Christmas remake from 2006, a movie that I really, really love. He turned that movie down, but he did this one 6 years later. I'm just going to go through the plot real quick. I'm not going to bore you with those details because the movie almost has no plot. It hits the ground running, which is something I do appreciate. There's a killer on the loose on the town. Right from the get-go, he's killing people. Small town. There's only like 3 people, in the sheriff's department. There's Malcolm McDowell, Jamie King. The lovely Jamie King is our final girl here. She is a deputy, and then there's one other deputy. And that's it. That's the entire police force for this town. So the killer on the loose, he's killing people seemingly at random. And then later on towards the end, we sort of get an explanation that you realize, oh yeah, it was at random. How did he know where to go? How did he know who to target? It didn't make any sense why he was like targeting certain random people. Very strange. We don't get any kind of backstory as to development on the character. We don't get any backstory as to why necessarily he's killing until the literally last minute of the movie. We just go balls to the wall, killer Santa Claus. He's got all kinds of tools. He's got some kind of like curved hook, like knife thing. He's got a flamethrower in one scene. One scene, by the way, it's on the poster, but he only uses it once, so kind of lame. It's almost as if calling it Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and Leatherface only uses it to kill Franklin, and then that's it. He never holds it again. Odd. That's pretty much it. Killer Santa on the loose, and the cops have to stop him. And there's a ton of red herrings, maybe too many. A lot of people in this movie hate Christmas, which is a weird subplot to add to the movie because apparently in the town of Crier, where the film takes place, they have the world's biggest Santa parade. Why does everybody hate Christmas? And one of the main problems I have with this movie is that it's so cynical. It is so ugly and so hateful. And that completely turns me off. Now look, horror movies are ugly. And they, of course, can be hateful because, people don't kill each other because they're happy with each other, right? But there's a distinct difference between a fun horror film like the Black Christmas remake compared to this remake, which is an almost cynical, ugly, soulless machine of carnage. I think you can tell I didn't really enjoy this movie. Funny enough, the first time I watched it years and years ago, I remember really liking it and being pretty impressed, as far as remakes go. However, watching it now in the context of the franchise, having watched all 6 movies in a row, it's weak. It's weak sauce. And even though it has the most violence, it has the most blood, it has the most carnage, it doesn't have the most boobies, but it does have boobies. We'll get there. Has the most, sort of intense sequences and probably the best directed and the best cinematography of the entire franchise. My main problem with the movie is that it feels very produced, very plastic, very false, very much a cynical cash grab, a la Disney. Now, this is not a Disney movie, but you know what I mean when I say cash grab and Disney in the same breath. If it was just called, I don't know, The Santa Massacre, it would have been a fine movie. Okay, yeah, okay, great. It's just kind of, it's very by the numbers. It tries to be 7 at some points. You know, it's very graphic and kind of like creepy shots and things like that. But it also just doesn't have, a meaty plot. It doesn't have interesting characters. They try to do something with Jamie King's character, which is just like, don't even try. You're not even explaining what the hell's wrong with her. You're just seeing her sad. Again, two-way conversation here. I'm as curious about your opinion as I hope you are about mine. We're pals here. Let's chat it out in the comments. I'd love to hear what you thought. Too much is too much. I think that's the best way to put it. I kind of wanted something else to hang my hat on beyond the fact of just a faceless Santa killer going crazy and some cops trying to stop him. Especially because the script also lets the characters down. It doesn't really give the characters anything really interesting to do except walk around with flashlights. 17 kills in this one. Definitely a series high, but that's not always a good thing. The quality of the kill matters as much as the quantity. I would even go as far as to say that the quality is more important. For example, Scream, one of the greatest horror movies ever made, a very low body count, but the quality of the kills are what matter. I wouldn't trade 17 kills for one Casey Becker death. I mean, that opening scene of Scream is iconic. Why? The quality of the kill. Yeah, it's also juicy, but the quality is as important as the number. Especially because there's such a high number of fodder in this movie. There's so many characters to keep track of. It's like it's trying to, Jesus Christ, you're not telling me Twin Peaks. I don't need to meet 800 characters that are just going to get killed off. I don't care about these characters. Fine, have fodder, but come on, man. I don't need to know everybody's little thing that they're doing on Christmas. That's boring to me because they're just going to die. I'm not going to give two craps about what they're doing on Christmas. Speaking of kills, the nude scene works right into it. So let's start with the nude scene. There's one nude scene, which fine. It's a great nude scene. There's a brunette gal who's posing for some softcore pornographers in a motel because that's a subplot. And Santa somehow knows where they live, and he goes in and he kills them, and she escapes, and she's just running around the neighborhood with her boobies out, and it's great. It's a good scene. There's even another scene in the film where there's a girl stripping, and it's sort of a remake of the Linnea Quigley scene in Silent Night, Deadly Night, the original. She even gets speared by the antlers, but she doesn't get naked. What is that about? Why not? Why not go all the way? Why not hire an actress who will get naked for the part, and then, why not have another bit of nudity and just keep the continuity of the nude girl getting antlered? Doesn't happen. Whatever. Let's go to our one and only nude scene. Let's catch back up with her as she's running away from the killer. My favorite kill. He throws her into a wood chipper. Yes, nude girl in the wood chipper. I call it the wood chipper cutie. That's my favorite kill in the movie, only because it's so outlandish and goofy and gory and gunky, and it's definitely almost a, how shall I put this, a trauma movie kill, if that makes any sense. So I think, if anything, that's probably the most memorable and my favorite. Boy, I really wanted to like this, but ultimately, I just couldn't get past the fact that this was just a cynical, ugly, lowest common denominator movie. Unfortunately, 1 star. 1 star for the Silent Night film, the Silent Night, Deadly Night remake. 1 star is really all it deserves from your friendly neighborhood Master Chaos here. Everything from cartoonish kills to rapey priests to too many red herrings to really dropping the ball on character development to not letting us in on the fact of what exactly is going on to the fact that the script just doesn't give the characters enough things to do besides walk around. It's just so bad. It feels like something that only had 1 draft, maybe 2 drafts, and they said, "Oh man, we're gonna make the most intense horror movie ever made. We're gonna make the ultimate thriller, the ultimate slasher. It's gonna be the ultimate 800 kills, blood everywhere. We're gonna shoot. Forget, we're not gonna shoot on celluloid. We're not gonna shoot on digital. We're shooting on blood. Anyway, she shoots the Santa with the flamethrowers. The second time it's used in the movie, second and last time. And she escapes the police station, you know, yada, yada, yada. We go back to the station, the mask is there, but the killer has fled. Ha, ha, ha. And I swear to God, I bet you that's how the movie originally ended. Then there's a tacked on 2 minutes where we see some random guy drive up in a truck with a burnt face. Now, keep this in mind. As far as I know, we've never met this guy. I've never seen this guy in the movie. So just some random guy drives up and he's got a burnt face, like a pizza face. Like, who the fuck is... Oh, burnt face. Well, I guess that's the killer? What a weird way to reveal him. Just a random guy in a truck. And then we get a flashback where there's a whole story that's been told about a guy who his wife jilted him, and then he got a flamethrower and killed her and her lover, something like that. And it turns out there was his son was in the car, and he watched the whole thing. He watched how the cops, killed the dad. And I guess now that he's the dad's age, he's decided to get revenge on the town for the dad or some shit like that. Whatever. This random guy shows up with a burnt face, and then he leaves. He leaves the town. That's the end of the movie. Oh, wow. I really wanted to like it. Jamie King is fine. Malcolm McDowell is, he's always good. He tries his best. But it's pretty weak sauce overall, to be honest. Okay, my dude, I'm going to let you go. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. I hope you are enjoying your presents. I hope you're enjoying this channel. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. If you do, you'll see me tomorrow. Master Chaos comes at you daily. And please remember, your Philly neighborhood Master Chaos loves you just the way you are. And you have been entertained. Cheers.